the man discovered that his teammates had spilled flour everywhere. Not only that, but one of them had added far too much water while making dough, turning it into a sticky mess. The team had almost no coordination at all. By the time the countdown ended, they still hadn't finished their dish. Looking at the half-finished food, the three men went to see the outpost commander and prepared to withdraw from the competition. Before they could say a word, however, the commander broke the news. Due to budget cuts, the military had decided to shut down a large number of remote outposts. Their outpost would be spared only if the man could win the cooking competition. Seeing the hope in the commander's eyes, the three men forced a confident smile and claimed everything was under control. But the moment they returned to the kitchen, panic set in. At their current skill level, entering the competition would only make them a laughingstock. Still, the man refused to give up. He went to the storage room to gather ingredients and continue training with his teammates. At that moment, his chef system issued a new mission: win the championship and save the outpost. Fail, and his cooking career would come to an end. Under immense pressure, the man suddenly came up with an idea. He realized that everyone had been trying to handle multiple tasks at the same time. Although it looked like proper teamwork, it was actually creating chaos. So he completely changed their strategy. From that point on, each person would focus on one core responsibility from start to finish. After countless hours of practice and coordination, the team finally managed to complete an entire meal before the timer ran out. The day before the competition, the man prepared a special dinner for his fellow soldiers. The moment they tasted the food, memories came flooding back. Every dish represented a chapter of their lives at the outpost. The man didn't know whether he could win the championship. He simply wanted to honor the bond he shared with the outpost and the people there. Everyone hoped the outpost could survive, but in the end, its fate was out of their hands. Soon, the competition that would decide everything finally began. Four teams started cooking at the same time. One of the man's teammates noticed that his opponent's knife skills were far superior, but instead of being intimidated, he shouted to encourage himself and kept going. The three men followed the same system they had practiced in training, each focusing carefully on their assigned role. Meanwhile, their rivals chose to make pan-fried pork. Meat dishes were among the most popular foods in the military. The man, however, chose a noodle-based dish. While meat was highly desired, it was often available only in limited quantities. Noodles, on the other hand, were something soldiers ate regularly. Carrying the hopes of the entire outpost, the team carefully executed every step. Just before time ran out, they completed a 6-star dish. The man smiled when he saw the score, but when he looked at his opponent's results, his smile vanished. Their dish had earned a 7-star rating. Just as despair began to set in, his own dish suddenly started glowing. System notifications appeared one after another. Because the elements of his meal formed a perfect combination, it received an additional bonus star. His team's dish had also reached the 7-star level. Next, the three judges sampled the rival team's pan-fried pork. After a single bite, they felt as if they had been transported to a luxury restaurant. The tender meat released rich juices that slowly melted in their mouths. To them, it was a championship-worthy dish. Then the judges moved on to the man's team. The moment the food touched one judge's tongue, his eyes widened in surprise. The flavor instantly reminded him of the honeymoon he had shared with his wife years ago. Soon, the final results were announced. The man heard an answer he never expected. His team had tied for first place. The three teammates erupted with joy, but something felt wrong. The system's countdown was still running. The mission had not been completed. Then one of the judges made another announcement. Although the rival team's dish had received a slightly higher culinary score, the man's dish better matched military dining standards. As a result, the judges had reached a decision. Each team would select one representative for a final one-on-one cook-off. The moment those words were spoken, the system countdown abruptly stopped. The chef system declared the mission a failure. Instantly, all of the man's cooking skills and recipes disappeared. Everything he had worked for was gone. And now, stripped of all his abilities, he would have to face his opponent alone. How could he possibly make a comeback now?